Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, July 13th, and welcome to Montreal. That guy was just banging on that truck there. Not sure what was going on. And this is Boulevard de Maisonneuve. And this area is right around Concordia University. And it's 2:54 p.m. and the temperature's around 24 degrees Celsius. And there's a metro station here, that is Guy-Concordia. And this street here is Guy. I'm not sure if it's Guy Street or Guy Avenue, it just says Rue Guy. So I'm assuming that means street. My French is absolutely terrible, so I'm sure I'll be mispronouncing all sorts of things on this walk. And for this one, I'll be heading down here to Ste-Catherine Street, and I'll be walking east, or I guess more correctly, northeast, through downtown over to Beaudry Station. It is a bit windy right now. I was out earlier today filming a live stream. This is my first pre-recorded walk through Montreal. I'll try to do a few more videos while I'm here. And I think off in that direction is Shaughnessy Village. But we'll be heading this way. And St. Catherine here has a bit of everything. It sort of cuts through the financial district. There's a lot of shopping and restaurants. And some pedestrian-only stretches. And at least for the time while I'm here, there's a fair bit of construction going on along St. Catherine. This here is Rue McKay. And I must say it's quite lively, at least relative to what Toronto would be right now. And the restrictions here are a lot lighter than what we have in Toronto. I actually got to dine indoors for the first time all year earlier today. I went to a restaurant we'll be walking by soon. This here is Rue Bishop. And this part of St. Catherine kind of feels like a mix between Queen Street West and Bloor Street in Yorkville. There's a fair bit of shopping. I don't think it quite has the high-end retailers that Bloor Street has, although there is a Holt Renfrew coming up. I guess that's what put that idea in my head. There's a Three Brewers retail, or Three Brewers brewery. But right here is probably the most popular drinking street in downtown. I was here last night. I went to a bar called Stogie's. And on the other side of this building here is a rather neat mural of Leonard Cohen. There's the Apple Store. I didn't do any research before coming here or recording this walk. I've been to Montreal about 9 or 10 times before, but the last time I was here was about 3 or 4 years ago. There's someone who's not too happy with where this car stopped. And the traffic lights don't seem to be functioning at a lot of the intersections here. This has been a theme I've noticed since yesterday. Last night, they all seemed to have traffic enforcement officers directing things through them, but not this afternoon. Hopefully that's just a temporary thing here. There's Urban Outfitters, a staple of a lot of big cities in North America. One thing you'll notice, at least once I'm a fair bit down the street here, is they have a lot nicer sidewalk patios than we have in Toronto. Although, as I mentioned, they lifted the restrictions earlier than us, so indoor dining is allowed. I walked by a comedy club last night that had a pretty good crowd. There's a look north up Drummond Street.
Okay. Does she get big when she
There's Brandy Melville. I've heard some people in Toronto talking about that place. Not sure where the Toronto location is. There seems to be less vacant storefronts here than we have. There's Victoria's Secret. And this here is Rue Stanley. It's kind of tempting to just jaywalk on a woodway street like this when you know no one's coming. There's Reuben's Deli. You can get one of those famous Montreal smoked meat sandwiches there. Although there's another place that's more well known for that just up ahead. And that's where I went earlier today. There's a neat patio set up with some swings. I'm not sure what that's part of. And just up ahead is where a nice stretch of construction begins. And this is Metcalf. And just to the south of here is that restaurant I was talking about, Dunn's. And there's a neat park, I think it's called Dorchester Park or something to that effect. But what caught my eye was there's a lot of these old vehicles here with old school New York license plates on them. So these would be part of a film shoot, which I'm assuming is set in the 80s at some point. There's a look at Dunn's. And I went through that park on my live stream. And I mentioned Holt Renfrew before, but I must have walked past it and not noticed. Oops. I think it's over there somewhere. And there is Simon's. Speaking of which, my hotel is just to the north of this building here on Metcalf. And I'll be putting up a video about that hotel on my other channel, Johnny Stumbles. There's a link to that channel in the description. So if you're curious as to where I'm staying, you can check that out. There is a Simon's in Mississauga now. And last night this road was all dug up. So they've done a fair bit of work over the past day or so. I arrived yesterday around 5 p.m. I'm here for 2 more days. It's a bit of a maze to navigate. Things will open up though the further I walk east along Ste-Catherine here. And I'm sure I'll be walking past a number of notable places and not even mentioning them.
Yes, you know, but before that, I know my
State. And coming up on the left is the Montreal Eaton Centre, which is not at all like the one in Toronto. There's another Three Brewers. And this construction spans a few more blocks, if I remember correctly. I walked along Ste-Catherine last night. These tight spaces makes walking through here a bit awkward. Impromptu photo shoot. There's Five Guys and Club Super Sex. I don't know if that's open anymore or not.
What's her name?
I think the sidewalks will be opening up pretty soon. Here's one of those dysfunctional intersections. And I'm not sure when, but I think they closed this part of the street to traffic. At least it was closed last night. I can't quite remember where exactly. Speaking of Montreal, there's a YouTube channel by a YouTuber who goes by the name G-Corb, K-O-R-B. If you're interested in seeing videos exploring Montreal by someone who knows their way around a bit better than I do, check out his channel. I'll put a link to that in the description if I can remember. And here is the bay on the left. We've got a street performer up here on the left. And it's the restaurant Burger King.
It'll be, baby, just let it be.
I thought a Whopper would be called a Royale with cheese there, but it looks like they use the name Whopper here. Certainly much nicer to walk now that the construction has stopped. There's a Best Buy. And the street's not officially blocked off, but it might as well be. It's not much in the way of traffic. And I think this church has been converted into a theater of sorts. Here's another dysfunctional intersection. One of the big differences between Montreal and Toronto is that in Montreal, you don't find yourself looking up so much. The buildings are limited in height, and there's far less in the way of high-rises and skyscrapers here. And I was wrong. I thought the street was closed from earlier on, but it is starting here at Beaudry. Probably said that wrong. I remember coming through here during Just for Laughs. This whole street was basically a big stand-up comedy festival.
Still better than country.
I think that's a contemporary art museum on the left. There's some really neat patios here.
Every time he writes me an email,
And we have nothing like this in Toronto. There's the DoubleTree. There's a subway line that runs along most of this walk. And what I'll be doing is hopping on the subway after this and recording a ride through the metro system from Beaudry Station to around where my hotel is, or maybe to the Eaton Center. There's the big sports bar. And this is where I ate dinner last night. At the St. Hubert's, which I think is located in this building here. That's a Quebec-based chicken restaurant, not unlike Swiss Chalet. Although I think the St. Hubert sauce is a little better. Hopefully this music doesn't get flagged for copyright notice or a copyright notice on YouTube. There's the patio I was on. I think the prices were similar to Swiss Chalet. In the area just to the northeast of here where I'm walking, at least according to Google Maps, is the red light district. Well, I'm not sure what exactly that entails. Oh, look at that gorgeous building. Off in the distance, it kind of reminds me a bit of Buffalo, New York. They definitely have Toronto's number here in terms of nicer, older buildings. There's a lot of nice examples of Art Deco and Beaux Arts. And the last time I was here, I stayed at a small hotel just up ahead. I'll see if I can try to find it. Oh, that was about 3 to 4 years ago. This is kind of whimsical. There's some edges or lips on these things, I guess, to prevent skateboarders from having a field day. There's a sex shop.
The acrylic was inside my nail.
And this is Boulevard Saint Laurent. Looks like the light's about to change. I'll hold up. Here's a venue where they hold Just for Laughs. And just to the south of here, I think that's the south, is Chinatown. I'll be going through there tonight. And I think what I'll do is I'll try to come back tomorrow and do a video through Old Chinatown and head over to the Old Port, Montreal, which has an even more old world European vibe than this. I do not know what kind of music that is. Hopefully it doesn't get picked up by YouTube. If you watch Action Kid's live stream, sometimes when he's walking through an area where they're playing loud commercial music, he'll play other music on top of it. It's a very smart idea. This part of the street definitely feels less commercialized. It's got a bit of a bovine sex club vibe to it. There's the Best Western Plus. It's definitely a bit cheaper to stay in this area than where I am. But I took advantage of some lower rates at what are normally expensive hotels for a chance to stay somewhere a bit nicer than I normally would. And here's what I meant by they have nicer sidewalk patios in Toronto. Good song. Oh, they offer peep shows here at the Astral Projections. Doesn't look like they're in business. Guess some people haven't yet heard of the internet. And here's the place last night that was rocking. Had a comedy show going on. I think they do English on Sundays and then a French improv show on Mondays. Don't quote me on that. I see a metro station up ahead. I don't know if that's the one where I'm heading. Maybe I'll walk a bit past it if it is. I don't know if those guys know each other. I found most people here that I've run into speak English no problem. At the hotel, at the restaurants and bars I've been to so far. I've also seen a whole lot of Ducatis. It seems to be a very popular bike.
mais j'ai jamais vu.
I think that's a relatively iconic site. It's the Archambault. I think that's the biggest music retailer in the city. All right, so I think it's one more subway stop. I have no idea what this is, but we'll take a quick look. That guy looks like someone out of a movie. And here, I believe we've arrived in the village based on rainbow signs I'm seeing everywhere. I think this is one of the bigger ones in North America. It certainly benefits by being closed to traffic. I came for a walk through here last night. I was just exploring all of St. Catherine Street. It was relatively quiet, but the patios were busy. There's a performance venue of some sort. And another St. Hubert's. I was kind of hoping they'd have an old school one. Remember the one on, I think it was on Dundas in Mississauga. Definitely had a bit of a dingy 70s vibe to it. That was kind of neat. That one turned into a Korean barbecue called Miga. And this area is called the Village Motel. Some interesting art in here. I don't think there's an actual motel. And I thought the subway station was just up ahead here. I think it's pretty clear what part of town we're in. And there's the metro station I'll be dipping into and hopefully recording a video. I'll just go a bit more northeast since it looks like there's still a bit of activity to see in the streets. I think it ends just up ahead. But I am dying for some kind of beverage. Maybe I'll find a convenience store and pop into one. Just grab a Pepsi or something. I think this is good. Let's call it a walk here. I'm gonna go grab a drink. This is Rue Plessis. So I'd like to thank you for watching this walk along St. Catherine Street here in downtown Montreal. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there are links to my Patreon in the description. I also have YouTube channel membership available. And you can check out my Instagram account. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.